when we value a relationship on how we perceive ourselves, we're hamstringing the flexibility and capability of the relationship, because we're reducing the relationship to how we think people are going to respond to us, just in our static state, the way we see ourselves in the mirror. And that's not necessarily a guarantee of anything, because when we're and this is where narcissism comes from, the person that it's portrayed from used to look at his reflection in the mirror, and that's as far as he could see. Some people can only see as far as themselves, and that's not far enough to produce a positive and healthy relationship. Well, you might say, well, they run around doing good and helping others, and they're caring and this and that. Yeah, that's all good. A lot of these people get paid for doing that. It's a job. It's not necessarily a reflection of truly who that person is. I mean, you take the money away and see how charitable a lot of these people are. A lot of people go where the money is. And not necessarily where the charity is. Just trying to get this dog to catch up. Come on, mate. What this means is that a relationship goes far beyond the perceptions that we have of ourselves, the self-grandizement. And this is where you'll see mothers and their sons exalting their sons when they just shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. And this creates this reflection, this deceptive reflection that people have of themselves, where they think that everybody else is going to measure them by the way they see themselves. And this is the baseline they create for the relationships that they have. And nobody can live up to that for very long. Temporarily, yeah, but not for very long, because it's a steady, it's an ongoing grandizement fueled by flying monkeys that get their ego stroked by watching the other person be exalted. And then when outsiders come along and see all this dysfunction, and one of these people within this tribe that's all in this dysfunction and enmeshment try to change, they can't, because it's the way they've allowed themselves to personally form. If you don't stroke my ego, then you are not living at the level that I'll accept. Now, what you'll find is a lot of these people end up lonely, and they'll end up coming across somebody that's lonely as well and would like to have a relationship. Okay, so they meet somebody and they're attractive. They've got every intention of doing the right thing if something eventuates. But what these people will do is they'll go for the intimate supply. And because they're used to things not working out on a regular basis, they go for the intimate supply, and the other person attaches, because intimacy for a lot of people is about commitment. But the narcissist, the person that's running on this grandiose idealism of themselves, only went in for that moment, for that element of supply. And so this leaves the other person trying to commit to something that was never going to be something that you could commit to. It was never intended, the intimate exchange was never intended for permanency, or at least an effort to see if something lasting could be created. And that's where narcissism comes in, because it takes from the investors and gives back an element of supply at that point, but with no permanency. It's not permanent, it's momentary. So therefore it has no value for things that are important. The value's not there. There's just no value there. For things that matter. So on the one hand, you've got one person giving themselves to something that they think could be intimate and lasting, but with somebody that's just used to taking at that moment and promising no permanency. This happens a lot now, and it leaves people broken and confused. So it's no point you have to cut your losses. It's no point you trying to make something that work that was never going to work. Because the narc's heart is not in it. they'll use you for supply, and they'll send you on your way. And the sooner you wake up to this, the better it'll be for yourself. Because the narcissist is a waste. They'll waste your goodness and your kindness and your love and your generosity and all the good things about you. For as long as you let them. And you need to make it stop, and make it stop now. Leave, go no contact, and never go back.